Hey guys, so this is my first one of these that I'm doing, but I'm going to be unboxing today a cold steel Kukri Plus. So let's get into the package and see what we got in here. So just came in from Amazon, really simple packaging here. I'm just going to cut it right open, get right into it. And yeah, so it comes in its sheath, and it's in this, just plastic packaging. Pretty simple, nothing special. So I ordered this knife because basically I wanted a cheap machete just for clearing brush around my house. Nothing big on the survival end or looking to chop down trees or anything like that, really just for brush clearing. So I did a little bit of research and ended up with this model. It was about 20 bucks on Amazon. So let's just take a look at the features here. So we've got basically a Cordura sheath here. It's pretty thick, a couple snaps. Cold steel there on the guard, kind of like that, so that it's nice and reinforced. So this is a piece of hard plastic over the Cordura sheath. So we got two snaps. Set the knife aside for a second, and it's a pretty thick Cordura covering plastic on the inside. So it seems like pretty durable. It's both sewn and riveted, which is nice. I like to see that. Got some reinforcement there, and then this loop doesn't seem too great. It's not very stiff or anything, but do the job, I think, to protect the knife. And now we have the actual knife. So according to the company, it's 1055 steel. It's pretty simple. It's just, you can tell it's just a cut out of a blank situation. You can even see, I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, there are sort of ridges here. It's pretty uneven, kind of messy cutout. They didn't do a whole bunch to grind that down. It's got a coating, looks like a convex grind on the blade there, about a 3/8 of an inch angle on that. It's got just a straight plastic handle, but it is covered in a lot of nice grip. They did some nice job putting hashes on there, and there is a lanyard loop. So want to just test this edge for sharpness. The company does not claim that it will pop hair. They say it's a utility edge, they call it. Basically, I think they're just like, they do a quick grind on it in the factory and just send it out without putting a lot of detail in it. But we're going to try the test just for fun. And nope, not popping any hairs. Another test that I like to do with my knives is the tomato test. So I just like to see, basically if I apply a little bit of pressure and just a slight motion to it, if it'll just kind of drop through the tomato. So we'll see what it does here. Yep, that actually, the blade's thick, so it doesn't slice through like a kitchen knife, but it went right through that skin. You can even tell with my kitchen knife here that it's just indenting, because this knife is kind of dull right now. I need to sharpen this kitchen knife so you can see, it's at least sharper than that. And this has been cutting through vegetables just fine and everything, but it's not that razor sharp. This knife, I would say, is pretty sharp. It's going right through that skin. So, it's got a decent enough edge. I can feel on it that it's pretty rough, pretty strong micro serrations in there, but that's something that we can clean up. However, like I said, I'm using this for clearing brush, so really it's just got to be able to bite into the wood, and we'll keep an edge on it as we go. Other things on it, just so you can see, if we bring a tape from the tip to the middle of the handle, we're looking at about 13¼ inches just to there. Not really sure the best way to measure a Kukri knife since they're bent, but in terms of our active edge area, we're looking at 11 3/4 inches, and certainly if we followed the curve, we'd have a little bit more than that. Might have, oh, I don't know, 12 1/4 inches or something like that, 12 1/2. And we're looking at a little under 1/8 of an inch thick. So it's not a terribly thick blade, but it is pretty stiff. It flexes just a little bit, but it is their, you know, Kukri Plus Machete model. So it is more like a machete with a Kukri design than a traditional Kukri that's a little bit thicker. I have this sort of nice guard there. I've noticed not all sort of the cheap Kukris have that. It's one of the reasons I picked this one, just because if you're working in brush all the time, and you know, grip's getting slippery or whatever, it's nice to have that right there and protect you from any of the branches you might bite into. So we're just going to chop some smaller sticks here. No problem, 1/2 inch. Not even putting much work into that. You can see that's the size of the stick right there. Go with something a little bit thicker here. See how it does. So it goes most of the way through, but you can see that 1/2 inch seems to be the two hits with that. Goes right through, no problem. We'll go with this kind of gnarled piece here. It's a little bit, it's still only about 1/2 inch thick, but it's a little thicker the other way. So, you know, it goes right through that just fine. We'll go with this round piece here, see how it does. Yeah, it went through that. It's a little more than 1/2 inch. So, you know, it's gonna do everything I need it to do. Just in terms of cutting down my brush pile and taking care of the yard. Thanks everyone for watching. Cold Steel Kukri Plus Machete. And it's about 20 bucks on Amazon. I gotta say, so far it looks pretty nice. I think it's gonna do what I need it to do, but this is just the unboxing video, and the next video I wanna bring to you is taking care of this brush pile with just the Kukri, and just kind of put it through its paces and see how the edge holds up, and just see how it performs so you can see how it goes through a pile of brush. Thanks for watching.